The Dodgers always have stars, and their next star is Roki Sasaki. Was there some, was this the most boring like free agent pursuit of all time? I think so, because I think that he was ultimately always
Yes.
going to be a Dodger. It seemed like he was going to be a Dodger from the day he was born, right? Like, and this is someone who has crazy stuff. Like if we're talking about like in the reports I've read, right? The fastball velocity is quote down to 97. We're talking about one of the more premier arms, had like one of the longest perfect like inning stretches that we have seen in a while. He was an absolute monster in Japan up until this past season. I think this past season there was some underlying stuff, with the team, and I think this stuff took a step back. But ultimately, he added more extension onto his pitches. Shout out to Lance Brozdowski, one of the best analysts in the entire space. Lance just does. He's one of the greatest pitching minds. I'm surprised the team hasn't sacked him up. But yeah, Roki Sasaki, the extension took a step forward. I think the velocity took a step back. But ultimately, we're still talking about one of the premier pitching prospects in the game. He's going to comfortably be the number 4 starter for one of the best teams in baseball. And if he's your number 4, you're cooking with gas. I don't think there's a better rotation than the Dodgers, maybe the Mariners. But the Dodgers have, they know how to optimize guys. And the scary thing about Roki Sasaki is he's not a fully developed pitcher yet. And the Dodgers are going to tinker with him, tinker with his pitch mix. Like we're talking about one of the best splitters in the entire world. Like I'm so excited about Roki Sasaki. I cannot wait to see his first start in the major leagues. I believe he should maybe. I don't know if they've announced the Japan series yet, like who the starters are going to be. But I'm so excited to see Roki Sasaki.
I'm nearly positive it is going to be Yamamoto Sasaki 1 and 2, which is going to be just absolutely insane.
That's going to be an electric, that's going to be my CTV.
Oh, without a doubt. Wake me up at any point. I'll be day one. We there anyway. We talk about the fastball velocity, and it's important to know that one of the nicknames you'll hear for Sasaki is Monster of the Reiwa era. This is because his fastball in high school hit 101 miles per hour. It broke a record set by some nobody named Otani. Couldn't tell you who that is. Sits, as we know, high 90s, like you said, down to 97. Guy's got 1,000 pitches, like you said. The splitter. Think Kodai Senga's Ghost Fork. Similar kind of deal there. I don't know why I'm showing you that, but anyhow, the splitter is again gyroscopic arm side movement. Just vomit inducing. And I have to call this out because so many people ask me all the time, because I've been historically very in on MPB players. If this was a collegiate senior at 23 years old, the only player that we've seen at this level of talent coming into the major leagues of recent memory is Paul Skeens. And you tell me where you're drafting Paul Skeens right now. Okay, thought so. MLB executives have comped him to Steven Strasburg. I can't get much better than that. This is an absolute freak show, day one must-own prospect, and a top 50 dynasty fantasy baseball asset from day one. Get him where you can. Chances are you won't be able to. He's amazing, Reese.
Yeah, like, we talk about this league that we're in. I drafted him number 1, and it was comfortably in the prospect draft. Like, I don't think there was anybody else that I was thinking about. Basically, he might be the chance to be the superstar in LA outside of like Luka Doncic. Hopefully, like, the Dallas Mavericks aren't listening to that comment. But yeah, this is a load farm system. Roki Sasaki might be a star. He's the number 1 prospect in baseball. I know I didn't want to rank him as a prospect, but as I got more and more into it, I'm like, you know what? Fine, let's just do it. Roki Sasaki prospect, and he's a number 1 prospect in Dodgers farm system. He's a number 1 prospect in all baseball.